Alright, hello everyone. I took a long break, but I think we're ready to finish Chapter 3. Watch another beloved classmate die for killing other beloved classmates. If you don't remember from last time, Ibuki and Hiyoko were brutally murdered. Kinda cringe, honestly. But I might suck at this. All these shitty minigames. Because I took a forever long break. Apologies if I move too much. I move around in my blanket because it's cold. Check it, look at all this evidence. 2 bodies, bloody souls. I think I already got a running theory that I've been holding on to for a little bit. But you know, we'll see if my theory's correct. Tive murders. Alright, lovely. Let's finally begin the class trial of case 3. Alright.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
I miss most of these characters.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
I don't miss my hero.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
Yeah, let's figure out who killed somebody.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Of course you don't.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
That's probably best if he didn't.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
That's because you're you. Also, I think it was your birthday recently, right?
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
God. Not how that works.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Oh, don't put me on the spotlight.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
Yes.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
I had a body wrapped around me, pretty hot.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
I mean, she decided to rest on me, if you know what I mean.
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Kinda sus.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Clearly Ibuki.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
God. You can tell he's just trying to be, supportive.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late.
Sad.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
The ceiling of the titty typhoon.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
There were less brain rot people.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
Oh, gamer.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
We found Ibuki.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital.
I somehow didn't trip.
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Oh, he's blushing. He's adorable.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
Really?
So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
We slammed against it with our bodies.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
She got fucking mangled. I mean, look at that.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
Hanged.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
Sad.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Now fuck us over.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Ugh. God damn it.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Sus?
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
The thing about antagonists is that they suck.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Everything I said was true.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Cut your neck.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
How do I... Ugh. It's just as Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it. I should have explained it to I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Don't make me play your shitty music like that.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Sussy? I need to check the controls. What is speed up again?
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
God.
I don't think I can deny that possibility.
What?
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Yeah, why?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Wait. I've never seen the movie.
Hajime's testimony is clearly
If Hajime's testimony, then the fact that Ibuki hung...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
How do I fire again? Is it triangle? Yeah.
Well, obviously because he's the...
Did Hajime kill both...
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
I never
No,
seen
that's
it.
wrong!
Get fucked. Back, boy.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
In that little jump.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
What is that noise?
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
So what you're saying is we could forcibly check everybody's ticket to see if they seen the movie.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
God, that Widow's Peak is so wild.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
God, I hate you.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Actually...
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Gamer?
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
However...
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Who?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Nobody's gonna ask the question if the person who committed suicide did the murder.
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
No, don't bring up the locked room shit from the first game. Fourth trial was stupid because of it. The locked room mystery.
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
Who could have killed Sayaka? What's her name? Is it Sayaka? I don't know. Muscly.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Yes.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! Sonia and Kazuichi!
Now hold on.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Because you have pink hair.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Don't confuse this, he literally is crippled.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh?
Wait.
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
You're not trolling.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Please.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
But how can we know your alibi sound?
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall! Is this his professional skill?
Yes. The killer was inside the music venue. Yahiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Semi-transparent glob. Okay.
The killer was still inside
Wait. How do I access my inventory?
the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Oh.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
How do I access my inventory?
The killer was still...
Is a button broken? Like... What the hell? Oh,
Dylan
square. Brainlet. I need to look at this, it's that.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the...
Are you talking about the broken drums?
You can use that as a... By doing that, the killer waited till we get... And suddenly...
So they looked like they had just...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, they could easily stall for time, you know, to get the glob of fucking Elmer's glue to freeze and lock the door.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
I'm trying to say fiend. Push him by more times, you're wrong.
Damn it! The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep...
How do I scan a bullet?
Keep us from getting in.
It's not important.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
No?
Crap!
Yeah, that was on my part.
The killer was still inside the music venue.
Okay, I can.
By locking the door, they tried to keep us from getting...
It seems they were trying to stall.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor in front of the...
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered to... And suddenly...
So they looked like they...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I'm not seeing this. No. I was on the stage, it couldn't have done it.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside...
The video. How'd you miss something?
They tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of...
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the waited till we get... and suddenly it...
So they look like...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I'll try that. I'm gonna try that first one. It's gotta be something.
The killer was still inside the music vent by locking the door from the in...
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong. Okay, I'm right.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
They slathered their Elmer's glue, glow edition.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
Or Slimer from Ghostbusters. It wasn't rubber at all. The semi-transparent glob was probably...
I see!
Wiggle my hair.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Yeah, my special brand of Elmer's glue.
Glue?
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
I may have forgotten that she did that.
Based on all that,
Based?
I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It's not.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Yeah, kind of weak.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
So what's being said is the killer slathered the glue on the door, closed the door, then put the drumstick in and then left. But to make it think as if the drumstick was the true thing blocking the door when it was not.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Yeah.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Yeah.
Apologize to Miss Sonia. And me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Screenshot.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid ass rapper.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
Hajime.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Wow.
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
What?
If they couldn't have done it while
What?
Hajime was away from the venue,
Excuse me?
they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
Just rotting
And
there.
when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Look at that thing.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Kinda cringe.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck to the baton lighting at the music venue. Now, I should be able to... Oh, I gotta do a shitty minigame. Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Oh, let's improve. Stuck to a piece of air that was stuck to the baton lighting. How do I play this game mode again? Catch, release, explode letter, fast forward, display. Oh, I don't know. Despite the game mode being like slowed down for my slow brain. War, no. Wall. Okay, something wall. Let's think. Walmart. Nope. I'm guessing. Wallpaper. I'm literally fucking up. I'm dying. Come on, give me an R. There. It's over. It's over. Yeah.
I got it!
I knew that.
That's scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
We did not need to do Hangman's Gambit to discern it. I mean... let's see. Okay, right there. Look at the paper on the thing. You can, like, where Hiyoko's body is. You can clearly see that is a part of the wallpaper. Brainlet.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
Huh.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Really?
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
Actually, yes.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? If I trace it back from here, this answer will become clear. Another shitty minigame! Brain blast! I'm dying slowly. How do I play this game? Accelerate, brake, jump. This is like that one Sonic minigame where you're like collecting orbs. Whoa. Question 1. Wait. Hiyoko's body suddenly appeared at the crime scene. Logically, it was in fact brought there. I was wrong. It was hidden. I mean, I thought it would be brought there. You know, from its hiding place. Let's just do that. Brain blast. I actually don't mind this game mode too much. I just gotta be quick enough to answer questions. Brain blast. Question 2. Why the killer used to hire a body? Wait, no. It's a curtain. It has to be. Or the wallpaper, actually. Because, you know, it's ripped. Yeah. Red. I'm bad at answering questions. This is cool. Whee! 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 Question 3. How did the killer hide her body with a rope? Date. This is gonna be wrong, isn't it? I'm so bad at this. Why am I such a brainlet? I know how it went down. I'm just retarded. This is what happens when you miss a game for. It was all right.
It's all coming together.
This is what happens when you miss the game for a couple months.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Why?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
I don't see it.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Gigabrain.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
They couldn't just keep it on their person, like put in their pocket?
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
That's a good question, but it has to be before the video.
Good point. And on that note,
The surveillance.
it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Dance.
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
It was a pretty fire movie.
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You can sue him.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothballs or mossballs?
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Weirdo.
I knew it! There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
What if the Tin Man is a representation of the... sorry, the camera being destroyed?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Oh god, the reason killer imitated 2 victims in the movie. To mix up the killing order.
I see! The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Be like, whoa, it happened in this sort. They literally did this in the first game. In the exact case 3.
Then... Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
Did you inspect her corpse? That not even I, and my dark devas of destruction have done? Bitchless.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I guess.
I'm not even crying.
I'm molded.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
God.
What a jerk!
What a jerk! Screenshot.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
God.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
That's cringe. I touch the floor all the time.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
I want to, like, punch you in your throat for the funny.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Nice dictionary.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
How did you not know she was flying?
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Murder? It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're insane.
You're one to talk.
Anyways, if this continues, we're just going to talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Make your argument. Blood on the soul. She did have blood on her feet, so that I think we already got her thingamajigger.
When Hiyoko died,
Whoa.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
That is right.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Go.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime?
Wait.
Maybe her feet were, but she was like sitting, so instead there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, 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 I say!
I shouldn't.
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that because that was like a culture shock. But I know what the answer is. I can see it.
When
clearly.
Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor, but she was like sitting or something. So instead there'd be a mark on her ass.
Goofy ass.
Weak, weak,
That's
weak,
right.
I say!
Weak.
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
No bitches. Alright, I know what the answer is.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on...
I am telling you to present...
Did you see her walking?
Wait, oops.
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped
You're
on?
right.
I agree with that.
I agree. Consent. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Gasp.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Your reasoning is cringe.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
What? Also, that image where he was counteracting, that was pretty cool.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
His rebuttal.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Cringe.
That's a good line.
That's a good line. I'll take that.
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
You get no bitches.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Read the room. Just fucking speak.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I'm gonna kill you. Like, you'll be my murder. Rebuttal showdown. How do I play this game? That's a lot.
You're
okay, how do I play this? So slash in the direction you press. Overturn, fast forward. Truth blade. Concentrate, okay.
Saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Advance.
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, then it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
No, he's going Ultra Instinct. If I draw out the story, they won't need any place from encounters. As I thought the word from earlier was the opening for his rebuttal. In order to bring back the target, looks like I have to push back on.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. Then it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud of yourself. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Thank you.
Damn it!
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
I
you
don't
can't
know.
step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare?
What? No.
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes.
I literally don't know.
Then it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud of yourself. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Damn it!
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I'm bigger brain and you're not.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Can you prove that they cleaned up their murder?
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
This case sucks.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Kinda crazy.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe The heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That is viable.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
I could have guessed that.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Shut up, you lost.
Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Just shut up.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Thank you, Soda.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Anyone can also manipulate her to do something like that.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
She's gullible as fuck.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive!
God.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
You're fucking with us, dude. Just quit.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
Just kill yourself already.
She hanged herself! Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that!
Actually, there is, but I still severely doubt it, because it's Ibuki.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Just changes what he thinks on a whim.
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
She had the gullible thing. She could have been told to kill herself. You know, funny lightning and all that.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Yeah.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
You should kill yourself now.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
You are so useless. Just shut up, woman.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
Yeah.
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Fair enough. You're not useless anymore, woman.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
It's not that cool.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
Yeah?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
It's hung, you stupid cunt.
And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence!
Yes, Miss Sonia. Fucking Kazuichi. Consent. Mikan's account, Sonia's account, wait. For Yahiko.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
That is true.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
That's cringe. I need to check his... After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They took a moving electric avenue. They didn't find anyone from being separate for a short time. So he doesn't particularly have an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Wait.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Check Sonia's and Mikan's. Right up until the Monokuma announcement this morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. After leaving the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared when she left the hospital. Hiyoko was distraught because Kimono was disheveled and was unable to tie her around. That is sus as fuck.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel...
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
What?
Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Oh myself. I should have missed.
We can exclude the sick people.
And what about the...
Right before the... I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi, then
Crap!
Oh, I'm stupid.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my...
I think everyone at the motel was...
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Nope.
Crap! We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Wait.
Right before the morning and I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
aside from those if nobody, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Okay, so can't disclose the sick people because one was missing.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Or not.
And what about the others?
Right before the... I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
Aside from those if nobody, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
God damn it. I missed.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
It's wrong anyways, doesn't matter.
Crap! We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Video.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who's what about you guys? I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
Aside from those afflicted,
If nobody, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
I don't really know. Let's see.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Nope, yeah, that's dumb.
Crap!
Damn. I'm thinking with the stuff that we have. And, it has to be one of the accounts, that's obvious. Oh. Sonya was not in fact sleeping.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I'm a moron.
Crap!
I'm dying.
We can exclude... Include the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone at the...
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
I don't know. I'm going to lose because I so don't know.
Crap! We can
I gotta go through the evidence again. Oh shit.
exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Mikan doesn't really have an alibi. She's only got herself and only
Right before the morning
briefly saw
announcement.
Vito. I'm an idiot.
I was totally sleeping in my...
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
Aside from those afflicted by... If nobody has an
I'm
alibi...
a moron.
No, that's
Let's
wrong!
go. I'm a fucking brainlet.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
God, so normal. Fucking speechless.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagito's condition had improved.
Nagito, not Nagito. Nagito.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
She fingered me.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
We get it, you fucked.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that.
But who else?
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
Who could have done it?
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
No, it's backed you into a corner because you don't have an alibi.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
All ears.
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
You all... No, you don't.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Where have I heard that sentence before? Killer had a different reason? Ah, they don't get bitches. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap, set by one of us. If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. God. Oh, suspended.
Hiya!
Now, I'm not actually going to stop here. I want to finish this fucking trial. Because I held off for 2 months. Well, there, Monami, the moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't care, Grace. I want you your moss balls. And here's some chance time. Hello? What's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now. Appeal time. You must play the game of Rule 34. Your kind-hearted big brother is going to give you a chance to reclaim your honor. Kill yourself. Good luck, show those jerks who treat you as a redheaded stepchild who's boss. Elfman, that's all your fault. 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 3,000 words or so. That's too long. It's just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, it might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Good. I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. God. You're cringe. Gee, I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Kill yourself! Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Moron. Alright, funny time over. Let's go... Oh, save progress. Funny time over. Let's go watch people die. Reopen. Now we have a halfway point.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
This is where my character arc starts.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead.
Everybody's murdering their friends.
No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
It's very meta. Okay, bye. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Oh.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
I fucking hate you. You're literally the worst.
Man, this again.
Can we just, like... Akane, can you, like, fucking smother him? Like, knock him unconscious for the rest of the trial? We don't really need him.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
Oh.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Screen cap? Also, I wanted to screen cap, this one. Yeah. Alright.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Just dead silence.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
Fuck that lion.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Right.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Someone doesn't know how the Wizard of Oz goes.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Kinda cringe.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Compensating.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Monokuma has done that before.
I'm
By
saying
accident.
Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
Why are you questioning it?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like how you get no bitches. Oh!
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
I know. Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
It's not. I already know. Like, Sonya told us.
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 Dark Devas of Destruction are getting riled up.
Go, Dark Devas of Destruction. Show them who's boss. Why Hyoko went to music venue, if that's the key to all this? I need to find that out, no matter the cost. I already fucking know why she went to music venue.
Why did Hyoko...
I already know why. Like, Sonya told her that there was she was trying to tie her kimono and she didn't know how.
Go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
No.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Yes. How do I prove that?
She was guided by the will of causality.
God. You're right. And if I don't, but
Why
what do I
did
use?
Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer
If that's not... Maybe she got a...
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Fuck me. That's too consented Sonya, isn't it? What an agreeable
It's just
person.
as Sonya said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
Yeah.
So, exactly as I assumed.
You know what would have made that more simpler? If you just gave us Sonya's testimony to use?
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
But you know, she couldn't, you know,
I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
None? But she's a dancer. Many pedophiles want her.
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
Epstein's her biggest fan. Wait, that's uncalled for.
If she was forcibly taken from her
R.
room,
Kelly, sorry.
there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
Chris Brown, maybe?
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Moron.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Like, on the floor, next to her kimono.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that...
I won't lose!
Oh, no. This cunt.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
The only thing that's important about your argument is that your titties are massive. Now, shut up.
That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Start to a porn. Stepladder. I don't know.
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room and forcibly abducted her.
Wrong.
That girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember?
Stop trying to be smart.
It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Advance.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought that's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all!
It's not. The final stretch of all counties are she's real to me.
Hold on!
Okay, so what about the candle? That's obviously not it.
Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
Fuck.
Allow me to cut through those words!
You're cringe.
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Go.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, that's why she was there.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Man, I am so smart.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her.
I don't want to see a child's leg. That's weird.
I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
This game can have really good art, and then they can have this. Her bananas are so small.
Then, the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
Dumb bitch.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes, do whatever you want to me.
Gladly. Screenshot.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something, something.
This trial has nothing but screenshots. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting this Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Wait, I need more screenshots.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
For his sake?
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Yeah, he's a moron.
Of course! I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Yikes.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
Because she was there.
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
It was a sad but unfortunate.
Coincidence?
It was sad.
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Oh my god, it's an alien. Holy shit.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation...
Oh. Yikes.
Killed Hiyoko.
Now who would be smart enough to slice to where it'd drop her like that?
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
Kill Ibuki?
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
No.
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Oh. The killer's plan from the beginning. Pretty sure we're very, very close. Nagito, you want to say something?
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
How long are you gonna stay bitch?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
Oh.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
What?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
We know this.
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Your point is invalid?
Huh? Really?
Brainless.
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
To be fair, he did bring up a very valid point. At some point. Now wait a minute. If Ibuki had no blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
What's wrong, you bitch? That's something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagi said she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. And why weren't there any footprints on the... Why weren't there any footprints on the stepladder?
I can prove it with this!
Wiggle!
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
Yeah. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought me a suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda. You're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
You're arguing a lot in this, aren't you?
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can reach the hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Fuck.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
If only we could all see the video.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there's some hidden clue in that video, should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw the video. So I'm the only one who can do it. Oh. The hanging video that I saw. Based on everything we know from this debate thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. I have to specifically spot what's off about it. Then feet? Hospital slippers, huh? Based on what I saw in the video, I didn't think it was suspicious. Why am I taking damage from that? I haven't said anything. Is it the bat? It's the bat. Wait.
Damn it!
How'd they know where the stepladder was if it was the bat?
Here!
Oh, it's the stepladder. That scared me. Kill me.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
Yeah, explain it.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
Why?
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange.
Truly.
If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Bloodless? No blood?
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Oh.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
Stepladder?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills! Is it okay to say that?
Is it?
What are you two talking about?
Gaming? The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing the place where the killer did something? Oh, no, I don't know. Oh, what's the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene? Oh, I don't know. Nope. Fe? Okay, Fe. Him? No. Not him. Nope. Okay, Phil. No, okay. Okay, film. Something with film. Ah. Filming equipment. It's, yeah, it's definitely that. I'm a moron. Ah. Filming. Huh? No. Filming. Filming. What? Filming location. Yes, it's filming location. I really hate this thing. Nope. Pressing all the wrong buttons because they're everywhere. Yes. Oh, I hate this game.
I got
mode.
it.
I hate this game mode. Let's go. It's done. I hated it.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
What?
But the hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Camera.
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us the film of the video of the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do with the surveillance camera unit? Logic dive again. Alright. Mach 10. Question 1. Both? Yeah, wait, no. It's blue. It's the camera. They tampered with the camera. That threw me off. I didn't think they were going to add a third option. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm killing myself. I've answered one question. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? Obviously, the one at the hospital had to display something. Please be right. I'm not. I'm always fucking right. Or wrong. I can't even speak right. God, I hate this. Alright, question 3, it's almost over. They increased the signal, they had to have. I'm just a moron. Genuinely, I'm just a fucking moron. They took it with them, I guess. Don't know how, but they did. I hate this game. I messed up so much. Because I'm so bad at guessing.
It's all coming together!
Or, you know, understanding, I guess. I don't know why. So simple.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then, only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyogo's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera...
That means you should have realized that from the...
What did he say?
start, and made this easier on all of us.
Instead of playing a game in your head.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but... In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was... they destroyed the fuck out of it.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
Lock up.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
Motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside that building. Please don't be hanging. Oh, that's 3D times. So, oh, I can't even look at the thing. Is it in? No. Yeah, I know. R. I don't know. Okay, it's C. Curve? No. Colonoscopy? Yes. Co. Tool? I wish I could look at my fucking stuff. Okay, con. Why did I do that? F. It's gotta be F. Okay, conference. Yep, R. Conference room. There it is. What? They literally spawn on each other. Can't look everywhere. No. No. Yeah.
I got it.
Conference room in the hospital. That's kinda sus. Who was in the hospital?
That it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? The conference room?
The conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
This was kinda sussy. To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make clear what that work was. Finally, not something shitty. The music venue curtain, it's got to have something to do with that.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Yes? No.
Damn it!
God, I am so low on health.
There's no way the conference and the music venue...
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
It's probably that.
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Shut up, bitch.
wait, and the music venue.
Which place was it? Did the conference room look, or did the music venue?
Or did they make some kind of set?
I hate these fucking guessing games, man. It's so infuriating. It just never ends. It's a constant spew of fucking up all the time. God.
Damn it!
There's a...
How to look at this? What am I trying to present? Yeah, see, that wasn't originally there, so that's gotta be it, right? Makes sense to me. What was another option?
No way, the conference room. And the music venue looked the same.
Which place resembled the...
I can't fuck up again. What do I... I think I did mess up.
The other.
Maybe
did the conference room look like the music venue?
Certain.
Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or fucked
They
up.
might have tempted.
I still can't believe... Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
I can't fuck up again. I'm gonna die. Might as well take
There's
a
no
stab
way,
at
the conference and the music venue.
Which place was empty? Did the conference room look like... Or did the music venue look like the...
That must be it!
Finally! Tongue. So pissed.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
Consent.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident,
Yeah, the incident, not the murder, the incident. And make it PG.
it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
You can still see the other curtain.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
Holy shit! That comeback was amazing.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
Oh my god.
In
that was amazing.
actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I would love one of those.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is... the same color as the music venue stage.
Oh.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Wow.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
That... something else the killer didn't make him... It's gotta be the... I mean... I mean, the candle was kind of like making it look all dark and mysterious.
I can prove it with
this! Gigabrain.
You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange.
Yeah, there's a lot of lights at the place.
The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
Besides being cool.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
Creepy?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
Correct.
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
But who's the killer?
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect.
We're going around in... That is smart, but we're going around in circles. We haven't actually discerned who a possible killer
With
is.
that
No
cheap-ass
prime
camera,
suspect.
it won't capture much in a dark area.
Yeah?
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Uh-oh, music.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
Wait, you knew?
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
That's right, Hajime. You watched someone be murdered, and you didn't know it was right above you.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
But that doesn't make it really the scene of the crime, though. I feel like I've heard Bayside cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible.
No, shut down.
Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That doesn't make a very good point. The video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. The fake must have been... What if the... I got it. What if the person that murdered dressed up in the same gown and hemp bag, pretended that they killed himself, blew out the candle, you know, didn't kill themselves, you never actually seen it, but Ibuki had already been murdered and was dead across the street.
I see!
Oh.
The person wearing the hemp bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
It was the real murderer, which we can now discern as somebody who had access to a hospital gown. Me!
It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki.
I don't really see the hair.
The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hemp bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
Yeah, and you can't even see if it's like the actual hemp bag with the Monami stitching.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
Dawn.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. Then don't feel bad, you couldn't do anything about it. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set that trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
So they could join the pack later?
The reason the killer made a fake video... There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
It has to be Mikan. It has to be. I can't. I've been thinking this entire time. It has to be her.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
Has to be. That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. Oh. Let's see. You have an alibi. You have an alibi. I know you couldn't have done it. You're you. And you have an alibi, and you have an alibi. You don't. So what do you have to say, Mikan?
You're the only one!
Yeah, you're the killer!
Mikan, you're the killer, aren't you?
You! You got caught, bitch!
What are you talking about?
I knew it was you from the beginning. I'm a Giga Chad. I knew it was you.
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Giga Brain.
Killer? Huh?
I am so smart.
I'm the killer? What is this?
You're hyperventilating. You should take a breather.
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
No, in fact, I think it's incredibly possible.
A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
Then there is another idea. She took drugs.
She's right!
Wow, you're quick to jump on that boat.
A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
I knew it was you.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
So the only other people that could be the killer is me, meaning I know I didn't do it. And her.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Must be mentally exhausted, so you better relax in the lobby instead. She literally expected us to go to the lobby and then she set up.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video.
But you'd already
showed
made her
that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
And the infected people obviously couldn't have done it. So it was either me or you.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
Yeah, I just said that.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second.
No.
What are you saying? I'm the killer?
Yes.
That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
But that's exactly what you want us to think now, isn't it, Mikan?
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Can you stop being a bitch?
It just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
She's trying to... She's playing you for fools. She's Giga Brain.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
It's exactly what I think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
You're literally... She's got you wrapped up. She's pretending.
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
The way he said woman slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
That stupid fucking woman.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time.
I've been retarded.
In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Social punching bag.
Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious.
I'm serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
I think she still murdered him.
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
This woman.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hajime. Is this why you were trying to ball up to me and try and get me all bricked up?
Hey, Hajime!
No, she's You're all turning against me. This is wrong. Everyone's ganging up on me. This slow woman. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? No, the horny, set it aside. Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No. In fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with...
Can you hold on a minute?
No. Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this.
This is the bad music.
I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning.
Oh god.
Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say to defend this slow-witted woman?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
Oh god.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know!
Jesus Christ, he's about to say something stupid.
Actually, this is a game!
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Please!
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
It's gonna point to me, isn't it?
Dang! That's a huge deal!
Huge!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Yeah.
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
No shit, it was made from Monokuma in mind.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
What?
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope,
It's so cold.
and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Yeah.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
Jesus Christ. But wait, that would point to somebody stronger that would be able to do it. Making Mikan probably innocent.
The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
This would require somebody who's much stronger.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
This rope won't be much of a clue. I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too.
That's exactly what you did. Exactly, on point.
Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Copycat.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Wow.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
I mean, if he's about to turn it the way I think he is, it's gonna point to me.
Huh?
Or Akane.
You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
There's no way Mikan's strong enough to hold it like that. Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true? Whoa, whoa, what? That music was weird.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
None of these
The
seem
scars they
different.
leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
Yeah.
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Yeah, it's Nagito.
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Okay. It's probably something I have to
Ibuki
do
didn't
with.
die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically though hanging and the scars they leave would look different.
Scars? You mean the rope burn?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
Or not, okay. As long as the body of the currency was hanging by its neck, there's no doubt it was a hanging. It has to do with somebody lying.
Crap!
Oh.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's
It has to
basically
be a
though
green
hanging and strangling seems the scars they leave would look different.
Scars?
But we believed it was from. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Yes. Yeah!
That must be
Consent.
it.
Fuck me. Oh, break.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Oh. Something I wanted to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so no, she died from hanging herself. See, I see, so Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You
Yes,
said
yes.
Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
And she has that ability because she's the only one that can tell the other person's cause of death.
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
Objection.
You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait!
No, we already figured it was you.
First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that.
Oh, but you had the medical knowledge before.
That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
Shut up.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
Even a drunk medical student.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
How would you know?
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
You can tell she's lying through her teeth. Like, she didn't play into this, like, self-deprecating shit that hard before, but now it's just going all out on it.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Of course you won't. Your head's empty.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
Like, the Hajime literally told her to get some sleep and then she just went into a coma, basically.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? 'Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
I'm not a criminal.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
No.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
Oh god, the gay fucking Ed shit.
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
I can't. You murdered a child. It was
Forgiveness
quite
or
funny.
not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I have, and due to game rules, there's nobody else who could do it, so... Can we just vote?
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess.
No, we could literally keep fighting.
But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Oh, I'm so scared.
I'm really not the killer.
She's kinda making me feel bad, but that's the point. She's trying so hard.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
No way of killing.
Is that really true?
Is it? Yeah, you just got fucking exposed a bit.
Stop it already! That's enough!
Shut up, Akane.
I can't stop!
I can't. Can't stop the feeling.
I don't want to do this either! Of course I don't want to do this! But I need to do this!
It's like every single, like, trial. They always make me feel bad for the person that murdered another person. Give or take.
You doubt your friends?
You don't?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I understood. Don't worry.
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict.
So sad.
'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
I'm not that smart.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Huh.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Fine, let's just kill her.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
I fucking knew it. She was playing us like a goddamn fiddle.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh?
She's not doing it anymore. She's not, I'm not the killer. Yeah, look, she fucking broke.
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
Too late for this.
It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem.
She's the one who's retarded.
I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Oh, that's new.
Hey, Mikan!
This is what we call snapping.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair.
Not fair.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
You murdered 2 people.
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying.
I knew she was gonna snap.
Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
Queen, when you're watching this later, just know I was 100% right.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Give us clues. Beat her up for him.
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end.
Ooh.
So we can finally break these chains of despair.
Yeah, break them chains. Chiaki. Oh.
Hey, Mikan. Can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
It obviously wasn't me with my massive disguised forehead.
Can you prove it?
Prove it?
Prove it?
Oh, you couldn't.
Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
There's literally no one else.
That's right! Show me your proof!
Show me yours!
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room.
We know...
Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital.
Who else could have done it?
That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Yikes.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
This broad really okay? She got that insaneness.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
You got a stutter boy, you stupid?
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Which means you, player, you do the work.
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof?
It's in my pants.
Please, forgive me already!
No. I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Oh no. No, please don't be. Oh, it's this. This is better. Oh.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
She just snaps back
Is the
and forth.
handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
That's important. I think I have to scan that. Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't? Me.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
I love how just spooky it is. Like she's going around, I'm not the killer. Do you have proof?
Is the hemp bag on her head? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Wait, camera angle?
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I can. I got your thing now.
I'm not the killer!
I'm not the killer.
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
I got one shot.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different...
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
How do you know that?
I'll shoot through that contradiction!
How do you know the camera angle? Yeah.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Existence die.
Mistake?
Oh, she's just on a whim.
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Oh, I'm so smart.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Get away.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Oh.
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
She so did.
Forgive me!
No, shut up.
Huh?
Oh.
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
She doesn't have the whiny inflection in her voice. What the fuck? She was like...
That's not it?
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
No bitches.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
Yeah.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Yeah, honestly.
Who cares about that?
Your life is on the line.
More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Yeah.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
I don't see it.
Whoopsie!
Oh.
Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't.
I see it.
Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. don't you think?
I don't see what kind of hole you're gonna dig yourself out of. I don't see how this makes you innocent.
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
No, shut up.
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Ooh.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Forgive me! Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third Panic Talk exit, not the PTA. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please, humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the X button. Below the tempo marker is the lowest portion of the screen. The number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks, no matter how much you smash the X button. You'll be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the square button to reload. Just like locking on, pressing the square button is timed with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as the X button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the square button. The number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you keep the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the square button, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and you will not run out during fever time. If the difficulty level is set to gentle, you will not need to reload. I guess this is a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for this class trials. The rest is up to for you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point for what you and I both yearn for. Well then, good luck, have fun.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
That bag was a Victoria's Secret! Damn it!
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
Oh.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
I like how you were just defending her like a while
Will
ago.
you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right?
Forgive
Isn't
me?
that right?
Yeah,
You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
You're gonna do that, right? At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta... I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Green flash. Oh god. Time to press X.
You still haven't forgiven me! Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! You're done for! Why only me? Please, draw on me!
Please, draw on me. That's weird.
Can you forgive me already? You still haven't forgiven me! Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! You're done for!
Oh, I suck at this.
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Shall I let you punch me? Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me?
Oh.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end. Die. Oh.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places.
Starter.
So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why?
You lost. Get over it.
Why can't you forgive me? Why?
'Cause you murdered my favorite character. Now kill yourself.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
No.
Mikon, it's already over.
You failed.
After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Closing argument, let's get it. Let's break this shit down, Buster. Alright, so what he saw on the monitor was that was clearly this. Alright, he dashed off. What did the killer do after the broadcast? Okay, we can't answer that yet. Break in, saw the corpse, ran off. Body was hidden before. Let's try this. Yeah. Bigger brain. Put it back to normal after destroying it. Alright. Took off the tote bag, or Giga Brain. Alright, yeah. Put it back to normal for the string. Alright, yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
That's it?
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime.
Knots.
When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Oh.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene.
Oh.
In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's end. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
Kid brain. Oh, heartbeat monitor, that's clever.
Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
You did it, bitch. You got caught. Man, I did it. I'm so smart. Oh. Please don't tell me she's got some fucking ace in the hole. Heh.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
Cause she's lost.
It's been such a long time.
Oh.
This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Oh, I don't like that. That face is icky.
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Why are you so horny?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
One moment. Wait, what? Oh, it's over. Oh, I'm so smart. B. Not that smart. What's my lowest? I think that's my lowest. Ooh, let's see. Alright.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice, or the dreadfully wrong one?
I think we confirmed that it was the right one.
Let's go!
So why is she so horny for despair? Is this... Oh. Ring-a-ding-ding, show us who did the thing. Mikan, I was right. Woo! Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. Trial ended. Alright.
Well now.
Now then, though it may be obvious at this point...
Correct!
You got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of the horrifying blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. You saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed him? So sad.
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Well. Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Ha 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 ha.
Hey!
Don't just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey!
Is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental. Gone crazy.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Obviously. Huh?
Hey.
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case. Wow, that would've sucked.
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
know because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on. Did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Oh. My body's heavy. Oh, ejaculation. Somewhat soft and really hot. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at the time. Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be!
And because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
Shocker, I know. That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means that Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's the ultimate giggler. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. I wouldn't say that. Ultimate despair? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. Look, we've had an ultimate despair before, but they were different, so she don't deserve the title. She can keep being ultimate nurse, she can just be kooky as fuck. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Impossible!
There's no way I can forgive that. You're only supposed to kill people when you're happy.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
What?
Huh?
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 Huh? Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know. Oh.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me.
No, let me figure this out. I want a window. Okay. Just gonna take a picture of that.
They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me.
Who was your lover? Your beloved?
They gave me value.
Aw, this is sad.
They loved me.
They loved me.
I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Your what? I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly...
It's love.
What love is all about.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone you love? Is it because you also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. Get fucking roasted.
Well?
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me...
Ah, how amazing!
It's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope and despair? It's love. Only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really what the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair, you were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because, thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had... Wait, which means you had the remembering disease? But if this means she remembered something and ended up like this...
Such despair.
Are you saying that you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? That would have been awful. She's a freak. I can get behind that. She's got that nussy. Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, Remy, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So, it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved. Is it God?
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? I like how she doesn't have a giggle snort. Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. The dementia is not that strong. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? Then, to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about the World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know? Not know. I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Wait a minute. That is a massive fucking truth bomb. The Future Organization is the one that creates the Ultimates, or labels the people known as the Ultimates. They're supposed to be the rest of humanity. So World Ender was just to get rid of all the squares, to breed the best genes. Future? Oh, that's right. That symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future.
Hey.
What is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, the organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end their world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monami? Huh?
You...
I knew it. Monami, Monokuma. They're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Ugh, I can't find a voice for him. Monami and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own. Don't copy him.
Hey.
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us? Of course I know that. Let's see. The future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is...
Oh?
Oh well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
Oh, hell no! You'll find out eventually. There's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love. From the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. The past? That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys considered that thing a friend.
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's... Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing your memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
Hey!
So, it was all true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Oh, Monokuma. Is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed!
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Sumiki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me.
Ugh, God. This is... I don't know how I feel about her as a character, but she's just weird. Execution, please.
I can finally see them.
Execution.
Please forgive me,
Oh.
the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Oh.
Let's give it
With
everything
everything
we've
we
got.
got.
It's punishment time!
Yay. Execution, let's go. Come on, baby. Mikan has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What kind of punishment is it? A bed. Yikes. Bye-bye, ouchies. What is that running sound? Unfold. Goodbye, ouchies. Oh, I feel so good. Is that a rocket hand? reach for the stars, reach so good. That's so cool. Oof. What? You're fucking joking. That was mid as fuck. No, that wasn't the execution. She laid in a bed, like got chased by a fucking little Monokuma making the weirdest running noise, giant needle, goes and stabs an arm and just rockets off into space. You don't even see any gore. Really? That's so garbage. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyota and Hyoko Saionji was Mikan Sumiki, and she's been poorly executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was the Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it!
It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to the simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So, let's just move on. Come on. Let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so... Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. She then vanished from her sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
Oh wow, that is an awful sprite. Jesus. Would have been so much easier if she was a traitor too.
Wrong!
Too bad, not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on!
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monami looks like now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns in the future foundation, so you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does this make you, fiend? You did say that you're different than Monami.
Phew!
Who cares about what I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean during that break.
Hey!
Your right eye is made out of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey!
You know, it isn't really said that life has its ups. Isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because down comes after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the First Islands Beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend?
Huh?
Could it be Nekomaru? Or Nekomaru?
Hey!
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all? I'm safe? How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome! Now we're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but I...
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However...
However... Even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy. If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. Hey, Supreme Overlord of Who Gives a Shit, the line does not suit you at all.
Silence.
Silence. I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? No. If you're unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching him.
Right?
Let's all go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? You still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. But, Kane.
Alright!
Alright, let's go. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Huh? Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finished talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. You. What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, after all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped. Come on, let's see what he did. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry to the beach on the first island.
All right!
Let's haul ass. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running towards the beach on the first island. Where is he? Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey Nekomaru, show yourself.
Listen!
We have come to pick you up. We're sorry we're late to your soccer practice ending. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
What the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be... Did we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
He's back. Show yourself.
Could it be?
That voice. With high hopes in our hearts, we turned towards the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable. What the fuck was that noise?
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
What happened to him?
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
It?
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed?
What happened?
Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
What the fuck? He's a robot? I'd be screaming too. Oh, the clock. Wow. There's 9 days left. Yikes. He turned into a robot. That's so fucked up. Ding, ding. We're down to 9 people left. Who's gonna die next? Wow. Is it medicine or social skill? I have obtained a present, nurse's apron. I would like to save my current progress. There's a lot of slots left. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna have to do it for the day, guys. I'll see you all next time.